Feeling manipulated in a relationship can be emotionally draining and leave you questioning your sense of autonomy. Manipulation often thrives on emotional triggers, guilt, fear, or obligation, making it difficult to recognize in the moment. Stoicism offers a powerful framework to counter this by encouraging rational thinking and emotional detachment. According to Stoic principles, you cannot control another person's actions, but you can control how you respond to them. Recognizing manipulation starts with self-awareness and understanding your own boundaries. Once you are clear about your values and limits, calmly asserting them becomes essential. Stoicism teaches that external events, including others' attempts to manipulate, are outside your control, but your reactions are entirely within your power. By focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you can break free from manipulative dynamics and foster relationships built on mutual respect and honesty. What is manipulation? Before we talk about how to stop being manipulated, it's crucial to understand what manipulation truly is. Manipulation is a subtle but powerful form of emotional abuse where one person seeks to control another's thoughts, feelings, or actions for their own benefit. It often operates under the surface, disguised as concern, persuasion, or guidance, making it difficult to recognize. Manipulators frequently exploit emotions like guilt, shame, or fear to create a sense of obligation or insecurity in their targets. By leveraging these emotions, they gradually erode the other person's confidence and autonomy, trapping them in a cycle of dependency and self-doubt. Recognizing this dynamic is the first step to breaking free from its hold. There are many different ways that women can manipulate men. Here are a few common tactics. 1. Playing the victim. This behavior, often referred to as playing the victim, occurs when a woman portrays herself as helpless, wronged, or unfairly treated to elicit sympathy or attention from others. It can be a conscious or subconscious strategy where she exaggerates or fabricates hardships to shift the focus onto herself and gain emotional support or validation. By adopting this role, she may avoid accountability for her actions, deflect criticism, or manipulate others into providing comfort or assistance. This dynamic can strain relationships as it often leaves others feeling emotionally drained or manipulated. While seeking support is natural, consistently adopting a victim mindset can hinder personal growth and prevent genuine resolution of challenges. Furthermore, this pattern of behavior can foster a sense of dependency as the individual relies on external validation rather than developing resilience or problem-solving skills. Over time, those around her may grow resentful or frustrated, feeling exploited or unable to express their own needs. In some cases, playing the victim can be a way to avoid facing uncomfortable truths or taking responsibility for personal choices. It allows for a temporary escape from accountability, but ultimately creates a cycle of self-pity and stagnation. Breaking free from this mindset requires self-awareness, emotional maturity, and a commitment to personal accountability, which are essential for fostering healthier relationships and a more empowered sense of self. 2. Guilt tripping. Guilt is a powerful emotional tool often used, consciously or unconsciously, to manipulate behavior. When a woman makes you feel guilty for something you've done or haven't done, it taps into your sense of responsibility and moral obligation. This tactic can manifest in subtle comments or more overt accusations aimed at evoking regret or self-doubt. For instance, she may highlight how your actions, or lack thereof, caused her disappointment or hardship, framing it in a way that suggests you failed in your duties or commitments. The underlying goal is often to shift blame or compel you to act in a way that benefits her, whether by apologizing, making amends, or altering future behavior. Stoicism teaches that while it's important to reflect on your actions and take responsibility for genuine mistakes, it's equally crucial to distinguish between true accountability and being unfairly burdened with guilt for things beyond your control. Emotional detachment and clear reasoning can help you maintain balance, ensuring you act from a place of integrity rather than manipulation-driven remorse. Moreover, guilt manipulation can lead to a cycle of compliance, where you constantly feel the need to compensate for perceived wrongs, even when they are exaggerated or unfounded. This dynamic often shifts power in the relationship, fostering an unhealthy imbalance. If left unchecked, you may find yourself prioritizing her emotional comfort over your own sense of fairness and autonomy. The Stoic approach emphasizes evaluating whether the guilt you feel aligns with your values and responsibilities. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to act according to reason, not emotion, meaning you should assess whether the guilt is justified or simply a reaction to external pressure. By focusing on what is within your control, your intentions and actions, you can respond with clarity and avoid being swayed by undue emotional influence. True accountability comes from recognizing your genuine errors and correcting them, not from bending to guilt imposed by others. 3. Gaslighting. This phenomenon, often referred to as gaslighting, occurs when a woman, or anyone, manipulates you into questioning your perception of reality, memory, or judgment. It can be subtle, involving small but persistent denials of events, or more overt, such as dismissing your feelings or twisting facts to confuse you. The aim is to undermine your confidence, making you dependent on their version of reality. Over time, this can erode your self-esteem and sense of autonomy, leaving you unsure of what's true and what's imagined. In relationships, gaslighting often serves as a tool for control, keeping the other person in a state of emotional vulnerability and uncertainty. Recognizing this tactic is crucial to maintaining your mental clarity and self-trust. The Stoics would advise staying grounded in objective truths and practicing self-awareness to counter such manipulation. Gaslighting can have severe emotional and psychological effects, including anxiety, depression, and a pervasive sense of self-doubt. It thrives on confusion and disorientation, where the victim begins to feel isolated, unsure of their own thoughts and experiences. The manipulator often preys on the victim's insecurities, using their vulnerabilities as leverage to maintain control. For example, they might dismiss legitimate concerns as overreacting or imagining things, which reinforces the belief that the victim is flawed or irrational. Stoicism teaches resilience against such tactics by emphasizing the importance of rational thought and detachment from external influences. According to Stoic philosophy, the only things within our control are our thoughts, actions, and responses. By anchoring oneself in logic and reason, as the Stoics advise, one can resist the emotional pull of gaslighting. It becomes essential to cultivate an inner dialogue rooted in truth and self-awareness, questioning whether the doubts being sown align with objective facts. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, reminded himself to be immune to the opinions of others and focus on living according to virtue and reason. In this context, recognizing manipulation for what it is, a distortion of reality, allows you to reclaim your power and trust in your own judgment. 4. Love bombing. When a woman showers you with attention and affection to control you, she may be using these gestures as a tool for manipulation rather than genuine care. This behavior can create a false sense of closeness, drawing you in with acts of kindness, praise, or emotional support, all while subtly steering your actions and decisions in a way that serves her needs or desires. It's often a way to make you feel indebted or responsible for her affection, which can lead to emotional dependence. This manipulation is not necessarily overt or malicious, but as a way of gaining influence over your emotions and actions. Over time, this tactic can make you feel trapped in a dynamic where you feel obligated to return the affection or align with her preferences, often at the expense of your own needs and desires. Recognizing this pattern can help prevent you from becoming overly reliant on this form of control, allowing you to maintain your autonomy and emotional balance. This pattern of affection used for control is often subtle, manifesting in small, almost imperceptible ways that build over time. At first, the attention may seem flattering and comforting, leading you to believe that you are in a secure, loving relationship. However, as the dynamics shift, you may start noticing that the affection is given with the expectation of something in return, whether it's compliance with her opinions, actions, or decisions. This can create a toxic cycle where you begin to feel that your worth and connection are tied to meeting her emotional needs, rather than nurturing a relationship built on mutual respect and trust. The emotional manipulation can escalate when she starts using guilt or withdrawal of affection as a way to maintain control, making you feel anxious or uncertain when you don't conform to her wishes. It's important to be aware of the signs of this control mechanism, such as feeling indebted, anxious, or unable to express your own feelings without fear of losing her attention. Setting healthy boundaries and fostering open, honest communication are key to preventing this kind of manipulation from taking root in any relationship. 5. Silent treatment. When a woman refuses to talk to you as a means of punishment, it often stems from a desire to exert control or express dissatisfaction without directly confronting the issue. This behavior, sometimes referred to as the silent treatment, can be an emotional manipulation tactic designed to make you feel guilty, anxious, or desperate for her attention. Instead of discussing feelings openly, she withdraws communication as a way to make you reflect on your actions or to compel a change in behavior. From a psychological perspective, it may be a way for her to regain power in the relationship, especially if she feels unheard or disregarded. However, this can lead to emotional disconnection and unresolved issues if both parties don't address the underlying causes of the silence. In relationships, effective communication and emotional maturity are essential to resolving conflict constructively, rather than resorting to passive-aggressive tactics like silence. When the silent treatment becomes a pattern, it can create a toxic dynamic in the relationship. The person giving the silent treatment often expects the other person to feel the weight of their absence and change their behavior to earn communication again. This indirect approach to conflict resolution may leave the other person confused, frustrated, and feeling powerless, as they are forced to guess what the issue is without a clear conversation. Over time, this can erode trust and intimacy, making it harder to resolve future conflicts. Moreover, the individual who is being punished through silence might feel isolated and rejected, further complicating emotional closeness and mutual understanding. If not addressed, it can lead to long-term resentment, where both partners feel unappreciated and unheard. Healthy relationships thrive on open, honest communication where both parties feel safe expressing their feelings and concerns, rather than using silence as a weapon to manipulate emotions. The key to overcoming this behavior is fostering an environment where both people are encouraged to voice their needs and frustrations directly, promoting emotional growth and a deeper connection. How to stop being manipulated. Set boundaries. Setting boundaries with a woman who is manipulating you is crucial for protecting your emotional well-being and maintaining a sense of control in the relationship. Boundaries serve as clear guidelines that define what behavior is acceptable and what is not. By communicating these boundaries assertively, you are taking a stand for your own values and needs, making it clear that you will not tolerate manipulative actions. This may involve calmly expressing what specific behaviors are unacceptable, such as guilt tripping, emotional blackmail, or gaslighting, and outlining the consequences if those boundaries are crossed. It's important to stay firm and consistent, as manipulative individuals may try to push past these limits. Setting boundaries helps to maintain respect in the relationship and prevents further emotional exploitation, fostering healthier and more balanced interactions. Don't be afraid to say no. It's okay to say no to the woman who is manipulating you. You don't have to do everything she wants you to do. Don't take the bait. If a woman is attempting to manipulate you, it's crucial to recognize the tactic and resist the temptation to engage in her games. Manipulation often involves emotional manipulation, guilt tripping, or playing on your insecurities to control your actions or decisions. Stoic wisdom teaches us to maintain self-control and not let external influences dictate our emotional responses. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a step back and assess the situation logically. By staying grounded in your principles, you prevent yourself from being pulled into a cycle of manipulation. It's not about winning or losing the interaction, but rather about safeguarding your inner peace and not allowing someone else's behavior to disturb your emotional equilibrium. Talk to someone you trust. If you find yourself being manipulated, it's crucial to reach out to someone you trust for support and perspective. Manipulation often distorts reality, making it hard to see things clearly on your own. Talking to a friend, family member, or therapist can help you regain clarity, as they can offer an objective viewpoint and remind you of your worth and boundaries. A trusted individual can help you process your feelings and validate your experiences, making it easier to recognize manipulation for what it is. Additionally, they can offer guidance on how to assert your boundaries, protect yourself, and take steps toward reclaiming control over the situation. Being open with others can empower you to make better decisions and not feel alone in facing manipulative behavior. Get out of the relationship. If manipulation is coming from a romantic partner, it is crucial to recognize the toxic patterns and take action to protect your emotional well-being. In a healthy relationship, both partners should feel supported, respected, and valued. However, manipulation undermines these foundations by using deceit, guilt, or emotional pressure to control the other person. If you notice that your partner is consistently manipulating you, whether through gaslighting, emotional blackmail, or exploiting your vulnerabilities, it may be time to reassess the relationship. In such cases, ending the relationship may be the most necessary and empowering choice. Remaining in a manipulative relationship can lead to long-term emotional harm, erode your self-esteem, and prevent you from growing as an individual. Choosing to leave not only protects your mental health, but also allows you to regain control of your life, opening the door to healthier, more fulfilling connections. Here are a few additional tips for stopping manipulation. Be aware of the signs of manipulation. Once you know the signs of manipulation, you'll be able to spot it more easily. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Don't ignore your intuition. Don't be afraid to walk away. If you're being manipulated, it's important to walk away from the situation. Your mental and emotional health is more important than anything else. I truly hope that this video has provided you with some valuable insights. If you're currently experiencing manipulation or feeling controlled by someone, please understand that you're not alone in this struggle. Many people face similar challenges, and it's important to remember that there are caring individuals around you who want to offer support and help guide you through these tough situations. You don't have to navigate this journey on your own. Remember, your well-being matters, and seeking help is a courageous step toward regaining control and finding peace. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel for more content on personal growth, stoicism, and navigating life's challenges. Together, we can continue exploring ways to build strength, resilience, and emotional stability.